GM, what's going on, everybody? So, wanted to give y'all a quick rundown on Roaring Kitty. So obviously earlier in the week, we had a pretty solid 2 meme competitions that we did. The first one was memes. The first one was gifts and stickers, which I think we had a pretty solid showcasing. The one we finished yesterday was memes, and I think the theme was anime. I think both went really well. Generally, I feel like whenever we have any sort of meme competition, we have a lot of people contributing art and all kinds of really cool stuff into the Telegram, so I feel like it creates a really active chat. The one thing that we need to work on, in my opinion, is how do we get more people to contribute and post more memes, create more content within our community, just even if they're just reposting things, right? Create activity, create hype, just keep the chat active. So one thing that we were thinking about last week was hiring raiders, right? We tried and tested them for 2 hours to raid some of our posts. I think they did okay, but unfortunately, the people that they raided with, they're generally marked by Twitter as spam or bots, so that doesn't really help us in the algorithm. The other thing that we were trying was, giving 10, 20 USDC to the most loyal raiders, the most active raiders in our community. And so what I thought of was, why don't we just look at the leaderboard, the people who generally win competitions, and if they're posting properly, meaning if they are posting with proper comments, proper memes, and a good hashtag, we'll just give them 10, 20 USDC to pay for the Twitter premium. So we started doing that already, and I think we've paid out at least 7 people. We have another 6 to 7 to pay out more. And once we pay these people out, once they get the blue checks, we will have basically 10 to 15 people who are rating with blue checks, who are rating with the Roaring Kitty PFP. And I think we will look more uniform, while rating. Right? I think that's one thing that I really, really want to work on. So I think our plans are coming together, which is, number one, we created, maybe 50 different PFPs and variations of them. They're on our website right now. Number 2 is we basically told people that, we're incentivizing you to use our PFPs, not only in Telegram, but also on Twitter, especially on Twitter, because once you have a uniform look of specific PFPs that people will use, when you're rating, when you pop up in people's notifications or replies, and everybody has a Roaring Kitty PFP, that looks badass, right? So I think that's going to help a lot, especially if they have blue checks, because then we show up higher in the algorithm. So once we get that done, I think that's probably when we will have the big USDC payout competition where we tag influencers and really, really raid hard. I don't want to rush into that because it's a pretty big amount, 300 to 400 USDC for that competition. So we'll see how that goes in the next, few days when everybody gets that blue check. The other thing that I'm trying to work on is I want to work with one of the KOLs that I've reached out to not too long ago, and something that he's going to be doing for us is they want to do like ads, sponsorship based ads for us. So meaning, if they're talking about the market, if they're talking about, I don't know, whatever related to crypto, not meme coin related, they're going to sort of soft shill on meme coin, kind of like an ad, right? When you see content being created or a podcast and they talk about, jackets and shoes and whatever, that's how we're trying to pitch it. in a very, very soft way. I really, really want Roaring Kitty to be pitched in a non-shilly way. I've always wanted that. I never want us to go on Twitter and just start hardcore shilling and telling people to buy because this thing is gonna rip to 100 million or 2 billion or whatever. We don't want to do that, and we definitely don't want to do that yet, right? We want to be the quiet, dark horse that will slowly, be on people's minds. Like, we have already established ourselves. If you really, really think about it, we're the only Roaring Kitty on base. In fact, I checked Ethereum and Solana. We're the only active Roaring Kitty right now. Meaning our community, when it comes to Roaring Kitty or Keith Gill, right? We're the only meme coin that is associated with Roaring Kitty. That's amazing. So all we have to do is we just have to stay alive for the next few weeks, the next few months. The market will come back. Roaring Kitty, Keith Gill will come back. We're gonna get pumped to infinity. I find it that simple. All right. So for now, we're going to work on those small things that I spoke about. Continue with the meme competitions. I uploaded more memes on the website. So that's something that we're trying to do is like whenever we get fresh memes, we just put them on the website so people have access to it at all times. You can always go through our Telegram and find memes that you can use, but having them in a central place on the website, I think that'll help a lot. Other than that, I think the mods, the admins, everybody else is doing a solid job. We're going to continue to host raid competitions every week, every 7 days. The top 10 gets paid 50K in Roaring Kitty tokens. I'm also working with a couple of different teams, Godcat, Boog, B-O-O-G, and there's the other one, Alf, A-L-F. And we're trying to figure out, how do we create like a buzz around all of our tokens. The problem with doing something like that, which I've encountered, is, some people will gravitate to one community or the other. And whenever price moves, like people will kind of move towards that community. So it's like you don't want to lose your own members, or I don't want to steal members from other communities. So we're trying to figure out how to do it properly. So that's also in the works. But yeah, I just wanted to give you all an update. Tomorrow's Jackson Hole, J Powell speech. We'll see what happens to markets after that. Other than that, that's pretty much it. I just want to give you all an update. We are still going strong, solid every single day. I feel like we bring in more members or more eyeballs one way or the other. And we just have to survive this market, guys. All right, let's keep grinding. Let's keep kicking ass. I will see you guys in millions. Cheers.